Wait a second, what are you getting at here, man? Aren't we supposed to practice on a pillow to build chops? Yes, that is true, but only if you're practicing the right way on that pillow. So today I'll show you the right way to practice on a pillow to build faster hands, and I'll show you why this is actually vital to your overall growth on the drums. The truth is, you are more capable of speed, dexterity, and agility with your hands on the drums than you think you are. You can do this. Let's get started. The point of practicing on a soft surface is to strengthen the fingers. That's it. We could stop the video right here, because as long as you understand that, you know exactly what to practice and what not to practice on a soft surface. Really, the only thing we want to work on a soft surface, especially something as soft as this pillow, is just finger strengthening, because we want to use our fingers to generate a false rebound. And so really, we could sum this up and say that the things we want to work on a pillow are doubles, finger workouts, like this kind of thing, where we're gripping thumbs on top, we're using our fingers to propel the stick. That's a great thing to do on a pillow. And maybe paradiddles, but only once you've gotten your doubles very much under control on a soft surface. And potentially a couple of other rudiments, but you definitely want to have the doubles under control first. The reason I would not suggest practicing singles on a soft surface is because the whole point in working on singles is to work on an even stroke, to work on getting a smooth rebound, having a good smooth response, a loose grip. And that's not something you can practice on a soft surface. If you're practicing singles on a pillow, you're basically building wrist strength, because you're manually lifting the stick each time. And so you're building some strength here. And so it might not be a terrible thing to practice singles on a pillow. But here's the deal. I would not recommend practicing anything on a pillow if you're a beginner. A beginner should never start by practicing on a pillow. Maybe you've recently gotten started on the drums and you've gotten your sticks, you've gotten a pad, and you found some YouTube videos and you've seen okay, practice on a pillow to build chops. That's the big drum corps thing. Practice on soft surfaces, build the chops, so then when you go back to the normal surface, you've got all this speed and all that good stuff. But if you're new to the drums and you're trying to go ahead and get on a pillow, not so fast, because you want to master rebound first. Understand the mechanics of rebound, be able to play doubles and do the finger exercises and do nice, smooth, even singles on a normal surface before you try to move that to a pillow. Otherwise, practicing directly on a pillow is going to damage your technique, because you're not going to understand exactly what you really need to be doing. So let me break this down a little more for you. First, you want to be able to do your doubles on a snare. Maybe your snare is tuned tightly, so you got a lot of rebound, or maybe you've got a practice pad. Either way, it's fine. The idea is we want to be able to get them smooth, even, and loud. So we've got the rebound happening, but we're using the fingers to reinforce that rebound. And while we're practicing this, we're also doing this workout, where we're just using our fingers to propel the stick. And you can even do that one finger at a time also. Go middle finger, ring finger, pinky, go in order to isolate them and build up strength. So all the while as you're working on this, be doing that too, because that's going to help your doubles a bunch. And if you're new to doubles, check out an additional video in the description where we go into all the details of the mechanics of doubles and watch some slow motion footage, because today we're only going so deep with doubles specifically. But if you are new to that, check out that other video. And so first, practice your doubles on the snare, get them going on there, and then maybe move to your floor tom, because the floor tom's a little softer. So once you've got doubles together here, then go to the floor tom. If I don't use my fingers, my floor tom doubles just sound like there's almost no rebound, so I'm having to use some finger, and so this is definitely coming into play. I'm using the fingers to increase those doubles, and so this is kind of like the next level. And then once we go beyond that, maybe we're putting a towel on the snare. This towel's folded over a whole bunch of times, but I think this is a good next step from the floor tom, because there's barely a bounce, barely any rebound, and so this really works things out. So you're having to use those fingers to get that second note. Bump, bump, bump. You're throwing it down, bringing the fingers in to create the second, to create that bounce there. And so that's a really productive thing to work on. You can go from there to then doing it on the pillow. And we're listening for that evenness because you can hear the sound of the stick hitting the pillow. So we want it to sound like where it's even. Sounds kind of like a helicopter. So you want to get that going evenly. And so if you sit down and start practicing on a pillow and you're not able to kind of get that happening, then you know you need to back off and go to something that's a little less soft and work your way backwards until you can do and get some rebound happening. And so the kind of the next big question here is, how do you know when you're ready to level up to the next softer surface? I would say once you can play your doubles loud and smooth, probably at 120 beats a minute. That is about that fast. Once you can do the doubles nice and smooth on your snare at 120, then move to the floor tom. Then towel on the snare, then pillow, and so on. All the while you're working on that finger exercise so that you can really begin building up those finger chops so that you can play doubles more powerfully. So I hope you've been able to gather so far that if you're new to the drums, don't practice on a pillow right away. Practicing on a pillow is not a bad thing. You just need to know what you're doing before you get there, and don't immediately practice on a pillow, and also probably don't practice singles on a pillow until you're a little more advanced and you're ready to specifically work on wrist strength. And so we want to master rebound first, and work your way up to softer surfaces so you're beginning to work things out more so that then when you go back to the normal surface, you've got all this rebound and everything's easier. So now the big question, as a drum set players, why is this worth practicing? Why is this worth our time? If we're not in drum corps, marching band, orchestra, why do we need to work so much on rudiments? Why is this important? Because how many times on the drums are we like playing a groove How many times are we ever going to play a fill that's made up of doubles? That's just ridiculous, right? Well, there's a lot of indirect benefits from practicing doubles, a lot of things that will be able to come out in your playing as a result of improved technique as you're practicing your doubles. Really, the first thing is you're going to have improved grace notes, ghost notes on the snare, because when you're working on doubles, you're improving your fingers, which enables you to play more subtle stuff and to change dynamics quickly. Let me show you what I mean. So go practice this. Start by working on the finger technique. I'm linking additional videos in the description that have more detail about that and about the mechanics of playing doubles if you're totally new to this. So if you feel lost, that's okay. Go check those out. You know what to do. You can do this. I'm eager to hear how this helps you and how you're able to grow and really improve your technique working on this. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let's be non-glamorous together. Yeah, something dramatic and dumb like that. That'll work.